Welcome to the Whiskey Vault.
I am Breck.
I'm Daniel.
He's a level 3 whiskey sommelier.
He's a mooch of some level of sort.
Novice.
He's a novice mooch.
I got 2 quarts. Get no respect. No respect.
So this is from
Jameson.
Donnie Braziel.
Braziel?
Braziel. Now he went from zero.
He's a bro.
He went from zero to patron saints in one shipment.
Damn, Donnie.
Yeah. Now you also included a whole bunch of stuff that was not whiskey, but was whiskey related, like wine with whiskey cask finished and things like that. Don't touch me, you were sick. Boom!
Is there a boom?
I added a boom. It's more impressive.
We got booms in the other one, though. You can't just boom everything.
Dude, look at that.
Booms
Snap on a cardboard container setup. This is cool.
This is beefy as hell.
See, we could make this. We could release little tasting things with cardboard settings and snap crap. Isn't that cool?
This is tough, man.
Yeah.
I feel like I could stand on that.
Yeah, let's not try.
Why?
Because I want to use it later.
Oh.
And you know.
Yes, continue. Continue.
I was hoping you'd catch that reference. Where do we go from there?
They have some Jameson.
Yeah, some Jameson.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm actually really excited about this. So they released a series, and we already did the Cooper's Croze. It's over here.
Yeah.
And what it was it's a series of whiskeys made in honor of and featuring the different experts in the Jameson family in the different stages of making whiskey.
Sure.
So you've got
Oh wait, this light
the
is
Distiller's Safe.
Okay.
This is in honor of Brian Nation, who's the head distiller, and his skill set
That is very
at
light.
being able to look in a spirit safe and judge when to make cuts without ever having to test the whiskey.
Okay. Just by color?
Just by experience.
And nose?
He knows when things are going through, and he's watching the spirit safe and making movement. So it's his mastery with Irish pot still.
Yeah.
So that's in honor of him. The second one is Cooper's Croze in honor of Gare Buckley, who is a Cooper.
Still laughing at that fat joke, by the way.
Yeah, he's a Cooper, and so this is in honor of his skill as a Cooper, who's been working for Jameson.
Yeah.
And the third is Blender's Dog, which is such a great name for a whiskey, and it's in honor of Billy Layton, who is the master blender for Jameson whiskeys.
Let me help you.
Yeah, we might need,
Actually, dude, it's just the weakness.
we might need some fiddly bit, some knives.
The weakness is.
Here,
legit.
I got you a blade. Try not to kill yourself.
Wait, they have a line on the side. That
Yeah, but it's always hard to see those. I like to do it like you're opening a bottle of champagne with a sword.
It's pronounced champagne.
Champagne. Yeah? Huh? All right.
I'll use my
I
muscles.
thought it would be more classy if you used a knife, but whatever.
You know what?
Okay, let's try Distiller's Safe first.
Yeah.
See these 200 milliliter bottles? This is what I wanted to do for our sample sizes.
I was not expecting that much nose to come out of that light of a whiskey.
Oh wow, that is banana boat coconut sunscreen.
In that direction.
Yeah. This is the closest to green
With
spot.
an underlying foundation of that shortbread biscuit.
Yeah, this is the
Shortbread
closest
cookie.
to green spot I've
Cookie.
ever had a Jameson whiskey head.
Shortbread
Biscuit.
cookie.
Biscuit. Wow, that's pretty glorious.
Oh, damn, dude.
That might be one of my all-time favorite Jameson whiskeys. So currently, my favorite go-to Jameson is the stout cask
I
finish.
get a slight pear on the finish there.
Yeah. Currently, I just love that stout, rich finish on the Jameson, and I've really enjoyed that one. It's not one of their fanciest ones, but it's a really good one, I think.
The Caskmates?
The Jameson Stout
Yes,
Caskmates.
that's really nice.
I really like that one.
But I think you've also said this too. There's some kind of like a metallic.
Yeah, this one lacks that weird metallic finish.
Doesn't have that.
This one has all the round coconut, pear, light fruit, and butter notes.
Not super oily though. It
No.
doesn't. It doesn't stay with you.
It is thin.
Yeah.
But it's really beautiful.
But while it's there, it's very very lively and vibrant. While it's there, it doesn't last that long, though.
Wow. That's good. I'm going to move through these quickly because I want to determine what my favorite one is and then go back to it and sort of live with it a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Man, Jameson, when you got that much experience in history, it's sort of hard to make a bad whiskey, right? I mean, you can make one that might be boring or that might be not that complex.
You can make stuff that's going to be predictable.
But it's hard to make something that's truly and I still, to this day, really enjoy the most budget level bottom line Jameson. But there's a time when I drink it. I go for Jameson when I end up in one of those weird bars where I'm not sure what the vibe is or what they're going to do well or what their selection is. Or just especially, so when I ride my motorcycle...
You don't know if they're whiskey people.
Exactly.
Right.
When I'm riding my motorcycle, I stop at gas points. So I don't ride and just hit the town. I ride, I think my gas tank can go to 130, and I go about 100 miles at a time, and then I'll hit a stopping point, and my goal is to find the stopping point that's gas close to a good bar. And I'll get one drink, and then I'll ride back and head home.
Yeah.
Right? Just one, because when you're riding, no more than one drink. That's absolute max. And so when I get to those bars, they're always motorcycle bars, and they're always slightly sketchy, but they always have Jameson.
Of course they do.
And so I attach classic Jameson to a nice motorcycle ride.
So, having been sick for a couple days and recovered, I've been quarantined to my home office for a long-ass time, watching the movies, playing the games, sleeping. So that state of being has been very, very low-key. Now, I don't know if it's your default energy that I never picked up on. I don't know if you're just excited that I'm here. But you're like a goddamn squirrel.
No.
And it's hard for me to keep up just listening. I'm like, what, bikers? Fuck. Okay, sure. Yeah, James, yes. Jameson's a thing.
Come on, keep up.
I'm trying, man.
Dude, this is, it lost all the coconut notes, but it still has the classic Jameson Irish pot still flavor.
No, I get it.
But it's got some weird round note at the end that I can't put my finger on.
Well, I'm getting less, this is pear on the first one. I'm getting a little bit more of a red apple on the Cooper's Croze.
So Garrett Buckley, or Jared Buckley.
Very thin.
He's been...
Not as rich and vibrant.
Yeah, this one's more magical. This one is friendly, approachable, and just nice.
It's tiniest bit of... Not, I'm going to say bitter, but don't overthink it.
Yeah, it's not really bitter.
Tiniest twinge of... It's like if you ever get like orange or lemon zest.
Yeah.
And the way it leaves your tongue.
Bing!
Yeah.
Coopering has been in his family for 5 generations.
Got the Dan Lindener. How do you sort of train your palate to find notes in whiskey? Yes, Daniel. How do you not fully train?
But just sort of train it?
How do you sort of train?
Like, I don't want to really train it.
I don't want to commit.
I just sort of want to train it. There's some water for you. Yeah. Okay, so I always feel like these comments bear answering again, even though we do it pretty regularly.
Yeah.
Because it's one of those things that, you know, if you show up just now, you may not have heard it before. You cannot train your palate on a blank slate. This is, by the way, the Blender's Dog, which is my favorite name of any Jameson release ever. I don't know why, it just has a good feel to it, but it sounds like an album.
So if you're not working with a blank slate, that means you're prescribing.
Oh, that's different.
You're prescribing many, many whiskeys. Yeah,
so what happens is, if you just pick up something and try to guess what's in it, you're screwed. You're never going to develop a palate that way. When you're starting out from scratch, you need to be able to build the patterns that you will then look for later. And the easiest way to do that is to constantly remind your brain of what flavors are possible in a whiskey, and then simply ask yourself yes or no questions. So you get a list of possible flavor profiles on a whiskey and get a tasting sheet. Whiskey Smiths have a good one. And you say, okay, pear. Am I getting pear in this whiskey? Yes or no?
Right.
And then you smell and go, no, no pear. Okay, and then you just work your way through it. Over time, those patterns will become normalized in your brain, and you'll be able to do it from thin air. This one smells completely different. It's far more rich.
Yes.
if someone told me this was a luxury whiskey, it wouldn't surprise me. From the nose, it smells like a more expensive Irish whiskey.
And it's clingier than the other two, more oily.
More oil.
It stays with you longer.
Oh, yeah. That one has all the floral notes of the first, but without the coconut and without that
and it's
slightly flattened bitter note.
It's not a sugary sweetness.
No, it's really not. You know what this is? This tastes like a whiskey that if you've been living with tasting whiskey for forever, you've sort of gravitated to far more subtle things.
Yeah.
As opposed to needing the dominant things to jump out and catch you.
Yeah. Right.
There's a subtlety to this whiskey. This is in honor of Billy Layton, the master blender.
The mash and drum. This was awesome. Great review. And I'm sure Rex won't be upset you reviewed this without it. You talking about this thing?
Yeah.
I was upset until I got a glass. Now I'm only butthurt.
See, that's the difference between me and Rex. He would pull that prank on me if I was sick and then never give me whiskey again.
I saved your life.
You owe me.
Eric Schwab. Oh, really?
Hey!
Hold on. Damn it. You're going to encourage Eric.
Yeah.
I love his enthusiasm.
Eric, you're everywhere, man.
Everywhere.
It's like there's 5 of you.
Eric, here's the thing. YouTube thinks you're a spam bot.
Yeah, I do keep having to move your comments on the Vault channel out of spam.
And the Whiskey Tribe channel.
Yeah, both. Because
on the back end, it's like you need to approve these comments because we think they're spam. We think they're...
Because there's so many of them.
Right. So it's like, damn it, Eric. You keep going to spam.
And Eric, because you're always around and you have a good sense of humor,
yeah,
we're going to bust your balls on that.
I love your enthusiasm. Just what you do. You save up all the things you want to say. You save them up. And then you make one glorious big-ass comment. Instead of just... That's it. Are any of these Canadian whiskeys you are reviewing this week available in Podunk, Indiana?
Yeah.
Oh God, please tell me it's Podunk, Indiana.
I really hope there's a real town called Podunk,
really
Indiana.
Podunk?
That would be great.
Are we going to only have Clone, Regal, and Canadian Musk?
I said I missed.
As representative Canadian whiskeys.
Yeah, remember our rant about how the reason we never really respect the Canadian whiskey is because all we get in America is your Alberta premiums and your black velvets. Whereas in Canada, you have access to things like the Wiser's editions of Distiller's editions and all these actually really amazing whiskeys. And, so if in Indiana, probably, Eric, you're probably screwed.
I don't know, man. Podunk, that's where I hear a lot of the action is.
What was your favorite of the 3? Because mine was the Distiller's Safe.
It was that.
Because of that heavy coconut.
Yeah. No, it was this. And the most... Cooper's Croze, I remember not absolutely falling in love with this. I still haven't fallen in love with it. This, though, it feels like there's... some really subtle things going on.
I would say that for your money, you're probably going to get a fancier whiskey than you realize with Blender's Dog.
I don't know.
Right? And I would say that for a remarkable flavor that jumps out of the category of Irish whiskey,
sure,
it's going to be Distiller's Safe.
Here's to fighting, stealing, and drinking, and nap-taking.
If you fight, may you fight for a friend, but nap in separate rooms.
May you steal a lover's heart.
And if you drink, may you drink with us.
Hey, thanks for hanging out with us in the Whiskey Vault. Don't forget to throw in a like, hit that subscribe button on the bottom right, and drop a question or comment down below.